Good morning to all my awesome friends and family. Well, guess what time it is? Haul time. I haven't done one in a while. I'm going to be putting up 2 or 3 hauls in the next couple of weeks, things that I've bought in the last month. Now, I remember I didn't buy one fairy product last year. So, starting in January, I did get a few pieces. I got this beautiful little fairy house from HomeGoods. And it's really a birdhouse, but it's going to look great in my fairy garden. It costs $19.95, so it really isn't overly expensive. And if you really use it as a birdhouse, there is a place in the back where you could open it and clean it out. So it's a really pretty little birdhouse. Let me see if I can get it where you can see it a little better. Look at all the detail work this was for $20. This is a real wood birdhouse, and I think I'm going to take it out for its photo ops, and because it's so pretty and the wood gets wrecked outside, I'm just going to bring it back in and save it for next year's spring decor. So this will be up probably pretty quick. I have a couple more fairy gardens to put up first, but this is coming up pretty quick. Like I said, loved it. All the beautiful detail work on it. Let's see if we can show all 4 sides. And it has windows on the side. And it's just so beautifully put together. Don't you think? Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And of course on the back is where you open it up and clean it out in case you have a bird that really moved in. That is super cute. And this here will keep it from opening up all on its own. That was $20. And also at HomeGoods, I got this beautiful little stool for $20. Now, why would I have bought that? Well, 2 reasons. I saw someone on one of my wonderful sister channels that used this actually on a centerpiece and to get more height. And I thought that would be really nice. When I saw it, I had to have it. But another reason why I bought it wasn't just for home decor. I have 5 great grandbabies, as you all know, and when they come over, they can use this as a little chair to sit on and play. I just thought it was so cute. I can't wait to see Mia Rose sitting on this. I'll be taking a picture of her on it and let you see. And also at HomeGoods, I found these beautiful garden tools. And let's see what I spent for them. There's some prices, I'm sure, on them. This one was $15, $14.99, but they are just beautiful and I love them, and I just really want to start doing nicer things in my garden. I'm going to get a basket to put these in, so when I'm done using them, they'll go in a basket and I can carry the basket around with me when I'm working in my garden. I got some new nippers, and these were $10. So that is what was that, $25? Let me see again. Yeah, $25 for new gardening tools. But they are beautiful and they go so well together. I am happy as can be. Let's see, what else did I buy there? I bought the moss and all this stuff to work in my fairy gardens to add a little more color and interest to them, and on top of that, I wanted to use it for some projects that I'm doing for home decor, and that came to $7. So that wasn't a bad price, because that's a pretty big bag. Now, that's what I bought. Oh, I almost forgot these. I got these also at HomeGoods. These are really for winter decor, but when I saw them, I just had to have them. They're so beautiful. I will put them up on a post sometime this next week because it's still winter time technically, even though here it's spiking the 70 degrees here. And I'm going to use this. Can you see all the beautiful snowflakes and stuff? It was only $2.99, and I bought a pair because you know most of the tablescapes I do are pairs. So I got 2 bowls and I got 2 salad plates. So those came to $12 for all 4 pieces. but they are just beautiful. And I have some beautiful, just solid colored silver glass plates, and I'll use them with that. So I can't wait to put something up with it, and you're going to see it probably in the next week or so. Now, what else did Grandma buy? Well, I went to Hobby Lobby, and I got this beautiful fairy tree. I got it on sale, so I think I paid $13 for it. And the little face on the tree, all the beautiful detail work, it photographs beautifully. And all the mushroom steps are just gorgeous also. They finished this off just beautifully. I just love it to pieces. And then the little house at the top with the doors and everything. Let me know what you think about these fairy houses. Let's see what we got here on the back. And the great thing about this, it is totally finished front and back. So it doesn't matter how I film it, it's going to film all four sides. And that's why when you're looking for fairy supplies, try to see what you can use it for in different ways. I could turn it around like this and not even show the fairy house or the tree, the face on the tree. I could use it more than one way, and that is very, very, very important when you're trying to make a lot of displays look different. You don't want to have to constantly be buying stuff. You want to reuse as much as you can, as many different ways. More than likely, I'm going to put both these trees back in the house in a box after I get done filming them. I will probably do 2 or 3 different ways I can do fairy gardens in here, because I got to do 100 fairy gardens this year. So Grandma's got to do fairy gardens. So I'm going to do as much as I can with the few pieces I still have new, and with the old pieces I already still have. Now, that was all I got. No, what am I saying? I just started with my Hobby Lobby group here. Now, I got this beautiful sign. Love takes us to unexpected places. Love brings us home. I saw that and I just loved it, and I had to get that also. I'm going to use that for one of my Valentines before Valentine's is over. And also, when I was at Hobby Lobby, since my fairies keep getting broke, I'm probably going to do the same thing with these. I think I'm going to take their pictures, scatter them around, bring them back in the house, for I can have them again next year looking really pretty and fresh, because I lost so many fairies and fairy accessories last year. I'm going to still try to get 100 fairy gardens done, and we'll see what I can find, what I have. But I also want to keep in mind, guys, I have probably 12 or 14 boxes of fairy supplies in my home. So you're going to see a lot of fairies this year that you haven't seen in a year or two. They've been packed away in boxes, and I'm bringing them out. Now, because I like to do a lot of gardening videos, the fairies are going to do gardening too. And this is their little potting bench and all the little accessories. Now, I already bought one of these, and if I can find how many accessories I still have left, or even if the bench is still together, I may even have a bigger display than what you're seeing here, because I did have one just like this, maybe 3 years ago I bought. If it's not just like it, it's very similar. I mean, it's hard when you don't know what you have. I have a lot of stuff that was left outside, and that's why I don't know how well it's going to look or how it's going to work. But we're just going to do the best we can with what we have. Now, I wanted to show you how precious and cute these cute little fairies are. Are they not the cutest things? And you can see they're photographing so well. Her sweet little face. Just love it to pieces. I need to start taking my tablet. Well, I guess I should even use my phone. Take some pictures of fairies when I'm looking, because sometimes fairies look really nice, but then when you start photographing them, they don't photograph well. So let's see. This one, A+ for the little face. Love her to pieces, and I know she's going to do just great. So, there's one of my new fairies. Now, here's another one. The face doesn't quite light up the same, as you can tell. And the flower petals on her head are putting her face in shadows. And for me to get a good picture of her face, I had to tip her back. That also makes it hard when you're photographing some of the fairies. That's hard to get the lighting perfect. And like I said, it's my fault. I should have taken pictures of their faces and see how they photographed. As you saw, the first one's face was gorgeous. Not that this one isn't nice, but this one's so much better. Now this one I know is going to photograph beautifully too. Isn't she beautiful? And I just love her. Let's see if I can turn her around. Oh, look at that beautiful little face. Just love her so much. I know she's going to be perfect. Well, I hope you enjoyed my big, beautiful haul. Oh, wait a minute. I meant to show you this. When you go to places like, wait a minute, let me lay them out. When you go to places like Hobby Lobby, they'll have little pamphlets like this to give you awesome ideas on how to build your fairy gardens. I got 2 different pamphlets when I was there, and believe it or not, quite a few of the things you see in these pamphlets I already own and have. Now the question, can Grandma find them? How well are they going to look? Because some of these things have been in my garden 2 or 3 years. And they don't come in the house, so the paint has come off or they're really faded bad. That's why Grandma's going to have to start some painting projects. Oh my gosh, can Grandma believe she's saying these words, painting? Anyway, I just wanted to share with you the different things that Hobby Lobby does have to help you build your fairy gardens. And just look at these great creative ideas. Now, let's look at the other side. Now you can see all kinds of creative things that you may already own or have at your home that you could make a fairy garden out of. You know, you have a piece of old wood. You could put your little fairy garden on top of this. You can also buy things that look like wood that are not. I do have those, and I'll share them when I start putting my fairy gardens together. And here's a little fairy house that someone's built. Super cute. Here, someone's built a fairy house out of a drawer. Oh my gosh, did it not turn out cute? And you know, Grandma has things similar to that in her yard already. And here's like a little container you can buy, made for the garden, and I have some of those. Maybe not that particular one. And how you can turn a flower pot on its side, and look how precious it looks. So cute. Just adding a little bit of moss. Remember, I bought that moss? Now you know what it's for. To jazz up my fairy garden. And you know, I bet I have a ton of pots out there. I just need to go looking for them. And look at the cute little snail on the chair. Oh my gosh, is that not cute? And then, there's all other kinds of things you can do. Here's just a little clear saucer and a clear cup that someone's turned into a little miniature fairy garden. Look how cute it is. That could be a centerpiece for a table. There is so many things coming up. And you know, me and one of my favorite friends, Glamour Ellen, are doing a fairy tablescape coming up in a few months. Start thinking out of the box what you could do with what you have. Now, I own about 3 different lanterns. You could turn a lantern into a fairy garden too. And that one little fairy right here sleeping is in this display. Do you see that? Won't that be cute? Oh, see, I already got a great idea what to use her for. Now, I did buy her for an idea. Wasn't that one, but another one. So I'll be able to use that fairy in 3 or 4 different fairy gardens, and you need to not worry about reusing things. It's fine. And here is some more great little ideas. Are they not the cutest little gnomes you've ever seen? So if you're not into fairies, they're still gnomes. And they still count. And then here you put those same little gnomes. Well, I take it back. They got the little daughter there. And one of your beautiful little wreaths, and look how beautiful it looks. Easily to just change things around. And then you know how Dollar Tree has those little bird nests you can get for $1. Here shows you a cute little birdhouse with a little window. Isn't it cute? In for a tweet. Isn't it cute as can be for your fairy garden? And here's another little house idea. So don't be worried. What am I going to put together? What am I going to do? Just go down to stores like Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Now, Joann's used to be my place to go to get fairy garden supplies, but for whatever reason, Joann's not really selling too many fairy garden supplies anymore, so most of my stuff now is Hobby Lobby and Michael's. Now, I'm going to mention one thing. I don't want to sound negative about Michael's, but when you're at Michael's, be very careful because I would say 50% of the time they say something's on sale. They got the word sale over it, and the products underneath the sale sign are not what's on sale. So be careful. Buyer beware over at Michael's about the sale signs. I have gotten so mad about that. I don't know if they mean to do it or it just accidentally seems to happen a lot. I haven't figured that out yet. But I just wanted to share with you all the beautiful things you can do. Fairy gardens, come on guys. Let's get in the fairy garden fever. Oh my gosh, it's going to be spring pretty soon. We want to go out into our garden and see beautiful flowers everywhere. And then peek around little corners and maybe see some little fairies that have moved in. Oh, please come and start joining us, fairy lovers out here. Let's start a fairy channel. How does that sound to all of you? I've been looking for a fairy channel for 6 years. I haven't been able to find one. So come on, let's get busy. Let's try to find the I shouldn't say fairy channel, fairy groups. Let's find some fairy groups or make our own. We can do it. We have the tablescape groups. Why can't we have the fairy groups? Come on, leave me some comments. See if you're interested. Let's see if we can get some interest about some fairies. Oh, are these not the most beautiful things you've ever seen? I am so excited to start doing my fairy gardens. Going to do 100 of them this year. Hope you come and see how many I can do. Kisses and hugs if you made it to the end. Glad you enjoyed what I put up today. This fairy cost $6.99 that I bought. This fairy here was $7.99. And there she is. And this fairy here that's sleeping was $7.99. So this is the cost of the fairies. I forgot to mention it. And this here, Loves takes us to unexpected places. Loves brings us home. Was $10, but I got it on 50% off, so I paid $5 for it. So that was the prices that I spent at Hobby Lobby. And of course, like I said, the tree I got on sale. And I don't know if this was a sale price or not, and it was $13.99. So hope you enjoyed all the fairy supplies that I got. So this was for 2 months worth of fairy supplies for January and February. I will buy a few new things next month. Oh my gosh, Grandma's getting senile. And we'll see what I get next month. So I did get a few new things. We'll begin up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got 6. That would be more than that. What would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 items in 2 months. So we could say 3 for 1 month and 4 for another. Or we could say 3 and 3 because some of this moss I'm going to use for some craft projects. So that's what we'll do. I'm going to work it up for 3 new items for each month. And the moss I'm counting for DIY projects also. So it's not just going for my fairy gardens. It's going to be used for that. I still got to get some floral pens to get everything stuck together. But, I thought this was a pretty nice shopping haul. I hope you guys agree. I hope you guys let me know and leave me some comments. And let's see if Grandma can make 100 fairy gardens in a year. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Well, here is Mia's little bench. How does it look? I think that's going to be great for her to sit down. She could play with all her toys. Now, these toys I have had since I had grandchildren. Now the great-grandkids get to play with them. And I even have an old Quaker oat box to use as a drum. You know how inexpensive Grandma is. Thinks of all kinds of things to use for the kids to play with. Well, let's see how Mia is going to enjoy this.